did something unthinkable and I bought a house somehow. And I'm a millennial. Don't ask how I did it. I thought I would start a series on YouTube of my projects on the house. I really love watching that stuff. There's so much to do. It's like a ranch style house that was built in the 80s. And so why don't I just take you on a quick tour? So, just a quick tour. You walk in, looks like this, and we are not finished unpacking, so don't pay attention to the mess. Fireplace, living room, not closet, what's it called? Kitchen, hello. Kitchen, dining room, and you can tell it's not like in the worst shape. Like the floors have been updated, but some things haven't. Like there's popcorn ceiling that we're gonna get rid of. The kitchen could use some updating. This counter is old laminate, I think. We're gonna change that out. We got a bathroom here. Atrocious. I mean, it's not the worst, but I think I can make it look a lot more special. Really, really narrow tub and shower. I've never seen such a narrow tub. I don't know if it's coming up on camera. And then there's this weird drop at the ceiling above the shower, so you just feel really closed in. And we don't think there's anything up there, like any ducting or anything, so we're gonna see eventually if we can just tear that out and raise the ceiling. So continuing on, I already ripped out the carpet in here. This is it's either gonna be an office or a bedroom. Then another here. I was working with here yesterday. I removed the ceiling fan, baseboards, carpet, and there's two closets here. All the closets have these old folding doors, which I don't necessarily mind. I don't know if I want to keep them or not. Nevertheless, that's what they are. Just keeping it real. Mattress is still on the floor right now. We do have a bed frame, we just haven't put it in. Same situation here, just old ceiling, old fan, and the bathroom in here is like literally the same as the other one. Same exact tub, same drop over the ceiling, same cabinets. That's what's going on. And I think I'm going to vlog today a couple things I want to do to the house. I really want to start on the garage, like making the garage look nice, because me and my husband, we just want it, you can't see me. We just want it to look welcoming and organized. Because when a closet gets to the point where, or not a closet, a garage, when it gets to the point that it's just so chaotic in there and not organized and dirty, you don't ever want to go out there and you don't ever want to do projects. So we're trying to remedy that from the start while it's not terrible yet. So I think I'm gonna spend some time in there. Let me just show you what's going on. By the way, we scored these for 400 bucks between the pair. I'm so happy about that. Working on a project, trying to cut a little pet door there. Anyway, here's the state of the garage. That's my husband's car. Nice Trans Am. That's another project. It's just really dingy and old in here. There's nails up in the wall, holes in the walls. Like you can see how dirty, just how many hands have been on that right there. So I think what I'm gonna do in here is just spend some time going around all the walls, taking the nails out and the screws and everything, and washing the walls, which does not sound fun, but I think that's a good starting point. So I'm going to start that. I'm realizing this is probably a waste of time. I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but there's just so much like grime and dirt and cobwebs that are like caked on the wall, and the idea of painting over that doesn't sit well with me, even though I know some people probably would. But yeah, I think this extra work, well, I hope it will be worthwhile. Yeah, I don't want to paint cobwebs into the wall. Well, it's the next day. My insomnia paid off. I've been up since 5 a.m. So I had some time to look for estate sales, and we found one that was probably the best estate sale I've ever been to. It was like, what would you say, 70s, 60s?
60s.
60s
Mid-century.
house, mid-mod. It was supposed to be 25% off today, but I think the lady mischarged us because we just got a ton of stuff for like $7. We got hedge cutters, painting supplies, a few tools. I got a couple jackets, cupcake pans, all for $7. So I think she definitely mischarged us. We're gonna go to Lowe's now, and I'm gonna get stuff to start filling those holes that I was showing yesterday, which I don't know what we're gonna get exactly. We'll figure it out when we get there. I wanted to show y'all, I built this Google form and put a little shortcut on my phone, so it basically looks like an app. But I'm wanting to track my purchases as I'm working on the house. And so I can just put in what I ordered here. I choose the category, where I purchased it, how much it cost, and who purchased it. And this Google form submits all the responses automatically to a spreadsheet. And then I can just like track and trend my expenses over time. Back from Lowe's. I got this stuff, the good old tried and true pink stuff. And I don't know, I've never used this. I'm gonna use a patch for the drywall, because I saw some methods for bigger holes where like you need to use an actual new patch of drywall to put it in, to fill a hole. I don't know what constitutes like what situation calls for what method. I don't know. I'm just gonna get started. Okay, so I've spent a long time filling all these tiny holes. I don't know what to do about the texture of the wall, because I know when I sand this down, it's gonna appear flat compared to this texture. So I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I did this whole wall here. And then I did this wall. That was a giant hole. I don't know how that's gonna turn out either. We got one of those wire mesh patches and we just filled it with the pink stuff. There was a hole there, and over there in that wall. So I think I'm pretty much done with this whole side. Maybe that corner I need to do. And then I have to do this whole wall. And then that wall. And then there's a little closet in there I have to do. Hello, it is, I don't know how many days later. I don't know if it's the next day, I don't know if it's a couple days. A lot has happened. It doesn't look like a lot has happened, but let me show you. We have taken down everything on this wall here, cleaned the walls, patched the holes, and the same for this entire side here. And my next project, which my husband thinks is a total waste of time. In fact, he thinks most of this is a waste of time. I'm being extra about it because I want my house to look nice. This cabinet here, this is the front. I took the handles off. This was hanging here. And it was just really dirty, cobwebs all over it. It was gross. So I gave it a good scrub down and just with soap and water. And then some of the veneer was coming off, so I glued that down. But I do think I want to paint it or something. I have sanding supplies, and I think I'm just going to give it an overall sand and reassess from there how it's looking. Maybe I'll paint it, I'm not sure. I found some old stain in this house. It's a stain and polyurethane in one step. I think I'm going to use this because it's free. I think I'm going to use this on the wood parts. And then you can't see, but on the inside, cover up that teal paint with some white paint I found too. Might as well use stuff that's free. I have no idea how this is gonna look. We're just gonna try it. It is a new day and we are on our way to Home Depot. The reason we're going there is because...
It's gonna keep doing that for a while.
Why is it doing that?
It's some goofy quirk of this generation.
The reason we're going to Home Depot is because when we bought the house, we noticed a lot of the flooring mismatched. And it's not like the worst thing ever, but it's kind of annoying. So we want to just make it all the same flooring. Because some areas have this really nice bamboo flooring. The reason we know it's bamboo is because when we bought the house, the owner left behind a case of that flooring in the garage, and it had the SKU number and everything on it, and we were able to look it up, and it was on Home Depot's website. So we ordered one test case because we want to be sure it's an exact match. We ordered one test case, and we got the email that it's available for pickup. So I'm really excited because if it's a match, then that means we can order the rest of the flooring and just really get going, because I'm really ready to have an office now. All right, let's go. Okay, we're back home. We got one case of the floor, and I'm gonna open it and we're gonna see if it matches this right here.
Flip it over.
Oh, I'm a moron. So, yes, that looks like a match. You can't tell in this lighting. We don't have light bulbs everywhere, so of course I picked a room that didn't have a light bulb. But we've got a match, so I'm gonna go order the rest of the flooring, and I am shocked how little flooring we got, and this was $60, so I'm not too excited about this. Oh God. Okay, I've calculated the amount of cases I need, and this is the most I've ever spent on an online order. My total is $1,500 for 22 cases of flooring and some sort of felt to put underneath the floor as a moisture barrier. So not happy about this, but I'm happy we found an exact match, so it'll be cohesive. The only thing I'm trying to figure out now is there are certain areas in the house that will meet with the wood that will be tile, and I cannot figure out how to make sure the tile will be flush with the wood. So if anybody has suggestions for that, please let me know, because I started doing research on, like, well, my husband let me know of some options, like this uncoupling membrane, it's called, that you can put under the tile along with a thin set mortar. But even with that thin stuff and the thickness of the tile, it's still going to be like 0.2 of an inch taller than the floor height. But the tile that's in the bathroom currently that the previous owner had that we're trying to get rid of, it's somehow flush with the wood. So I think once we pop up that tile, we'll get some better insights about what we can do. I mean, I can't imagine he laid it directly on the subfloor, which is what you're looking at right now, by the way. We ripped up the carpets. And this is why I really want flooring, so I can have an office. So once we rip up that tile, we'll probably have a better idea of, or maybe some ideas of what we could do. Because right now I have no idea. I wanted to order the tile too, but I just don't know how to get around that yet. So for now, we order the floor. I don't want to click this button. Place order. It is done. Now we wait. All right, I have no idea what day of this project we're in now. But it's paint day. It's a Saturday, it's a weekend, so we're both home, have a full day of free time. We have patched all the walls, taken everything off the walls, cleaned the walls, and we went to Habitat for Humanity and got some $18 a gallon paint, which is a very good deal nowadays. It's recycled paint, and it only comes in a few colors and a few finishes, but it's a garage, so I don't really care that much. We just got, I would have preferred white. They didn't have white, but they had this like off-white color. So we got a couple gallons of that. And we're gonna paint today. It's looking really good. I'm excited. I was worried about how the patched holes would look, especially with the finish of this paint. It's, well, the finish of the paint is matte. And I wasn't sure if like a glossy or a matte finish would make a difference on if it was a bad patch job. But you can't tell on the camera, but this wall, this first part I painted is dry now. And it looks amazing. Like it looks like a brand new thing of drywall. It looks so good. And then once we get the doors and the trim painted white, I think it's really gonna look good in here. And it's gonna be such a cool workshop. Oh my God, I'm so happy. And I'm glad I used recycled paint. That makes me happy too. And we used recycled paint supplies. Like we got them at an estate sale and Habitat for Humanity. So far, I think we're at like 10, 15 bucks in paint supplies and $36 in paint. So we're doing good. Whew, finished up work for the day, back in the garage. I bought blue masking tape and I thought I would take the time to tape all the trim off and paint it properly. And then when I waited for the paint to dry and then peeled the tape off, it peeled some of the paint on the drywall that we had just done, pretty drywall now. And it just was a hot mess. Oh, I know what happened. Can I find a spot? I tried to paint back over it, but like it peeled off the white paint trim as well. So it was basically just undoing my work. And I got really annoyed. So I found a hack. I have one of these guys. I don't actually know what this is. But I found that if I just stick it like this in the corner of the trim, I can basically use that as like a pseudo blue tape, masking tape. And I just move it along the trim as I go, and then I just make sure to wipe this every few times because it does accumulate the paint and you don't want to like track it across your wall. So I figured that out. I'm giving up on the tape. Also, I'm very worried about this door. This is a metal door, and my husband swore up and down like, yeah, the paint will look fine on it, but it's not looking fine. As you can see, I'm hoping one more coat will help. If not, I literally don't know what to do. I'm just gonna keep going, and little by little, this will be done because it feels like it's taking forever. I mean, we're almost done with like the big stuff. We've patched all the walls, we've painted them. I'm done rehabbing this cabinet, so we need to mount it back on the wall. I'm thinking right there, or maybe just to the right of our existing cabinets. We have put a new top on this workbench that was left, so I need to sand that. And then I have a clear polyurethane I'm gonna put on top of it because, I don't know, for a workbench, I don't like the idea of, some people wouldn't mind, but I don't like the idea of like scratchy wood. I want it to be a smooth work surface. Then we gotta organize the tools, make a tool wall somewhere over here, make some sort of storage for like lawn and garden tools. So little by little, this will get done. Feels like it's taking forever, but I'm trying to remind myself little by little. I feel like most of the annoying part is done, the patching and the painting. That wall looks so great. I've never appreciated a wall as much as I do right now. And these were a wreck, and it looks perfect. So I just need to keep going with the trim, and we'll eventually get done.